What else? When
And even during that time, when somebody is fasting, actually, and the cremation time, body kondu poracha, they will do that.
Okay.
Before puja.
Before puja, or in temples, says Devi Mataji. Dr. Gomadi says, auspicious time. Yes.
Starting of something new.
Yes. Very nice. Beautiful. So when we start something very auspicious, religious, spiritual, auspicious, something related to God, something related to the Supreme Personality of God at puja, something while offering something to the Lord, at that time we blow the conch shell. Okay, we blow the conch shell, right? So in Shastras it is mentioned, so whenever we begin to worship Krishna, whenever we begin to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we blow the conch shell. Simple. Bhagavan ku puja seikradhukku munadi conch shell blow pandrom, right? And that is devotional service. Bhagavan ku seira nama sevai. Now let me remind you, why did God or Krishna come to this material world? What is the reason for this, for his arrival, for his avatar? Dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge. To establish dharma on this planet. Leah, right? To remove the fourth chapter. We will read that in the fourth chapter. You know, what was the reason for Bhagavan's Krishna's appearance here? To remove the miscreants, protect the devotees, and establish dharma. Dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. And this Kurukshetra war is actually for that same purpose. This Kurukshetra war is not meant for personal rivalry. Krishna arranged this so that he can establish dharma on this planet and remove adharma from this planet. Adukku da in the whole arrangement vandirukku, to remove adharma, to remove the Kauravas, and to establish Yudhishthir Maharaj dharma on this as a king of this planet. And those days it used to be the king of the whole planet, not just India, not just one country, but the whole planet. So the whole planet ke oru dharma follow pandra kudi oru raja varano அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக தான் this battle, to remove adharma, establish dharma, right? And அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு activity ஆரம்பிக்க போகுது. Such kind of an activity is going to happen. So is it not an auspicious activity? So this war is an auspicious activity, because it is arranged by Krishna to establish dharma on this planet. And that is why conch shells are being blown. Okay? Conch shells are being blown, right? Because it is a holy war for the purpose of establishing dharma. Krishna arranged pannirukkaru adukkaga. So that's why conch shells blow agudhu. Conch shells are being blown, because now both the parties, Kauravas and the Pandavas, they are beginning to worship Krishna. அப்போ நீங்க இன்னொன்னு யோசிப்பீங்க, சரி பாண்டவாஸ் ஆவது அவங்க devotees, they will worship Krishna, but what about Kauravas? They are also worshipping Krishna by fighting this battle? Yes, correct. ஆமா, அவங்களும் இந்த போர்க்களத்துல போராடிட்டு இருக்கிற டைம்ல அவங்களும் கிருஷ்ணரை worship பண்றாங்க, because they are getting killed. So that is also part of dharma, part of Krishna's pastime, part of Krishna's plan. So in that way, indirectly they are worshipping Krishna, although they have selfish motives. They are trying to fight for their kingdom, etc., but indirectly they are worshipping Krishna, and that's why they are also blowing conch shells. So in the shloka, in this shloka, 12th shloka, what is happening when they blow the conch shell? So then Bhishma, who is the first person to blow the conch shell? It is Bhishma. Then Bhishma, the great valiant grandsire of Kuru dynasty, the grandfather of the fighters, blew his conch shell very loudly, making a sound like the roar of a lion, giving Duryodhana joy. Seri Duryodhana evlo polambrare. Yeah, he was trying so much to motivate everybody, right? Bhishma very nicely knew what is the result of this fight. Avarku nallave theriyum, but just to satisfy this guy who is crying so much, He blew his conch shell in such a way that it was like a roar of a lion. If you have heard the roar of a lion, if you have a chance, you should know how, spine chilling that experience is. Or, நீங்க மூவிஸ்ல பார்த்திருப்பீங்க, படத்துல தான் பார்த்திருப்பீங்க. If you have an experience in real life to hear the roaring of a lion, you would know how thrilling it is, how chilling it is. It's very, very, it's a unique experience. That sound has such an influence on our minds. So adhe mari Bhishma oda conch shell was like that, right? So gigantic, so thunderous. And அத கேட்ட உடனே துரியோதனுக்கு வந்து திருப்தி ஆயிடுச்சு. ஓகே, பீஷ்மா வந்து நல்ல மூட்ல இருக்காரு. பீஷ்மா இஸ் இன் a good form, right? So அவருக்கு வந்து திருப்தி ஆயிடுச்சு. Like that, right? He gave Duryodhan joy. Okay, next. Now அதுக்கப்புறம் everyone is beginning to blow their conch shells, right? Everyone else is also beginning to blow their conch shells. Then 13th shloka, tatah shankhasta bheryascha panavanaka gomukha sahasaivaabhyahanyanta sashabdastumulo bhavat. After that, the conch shells, drums, bugles, trumpets and horns were all suddenly sounded, and the combined sound was tumultuous. எப்படி இருந்ததாமா? Tumultuous. The word here, ரொம்ப நல்லா ஒரு word யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க, that tumulaha, the last part section of it, sa shabdas tumulo bhavat. So maybe the English word tumultuous is taken from the Sanskrit word tumula. Tumulaha, it means tumultuous. So tumulaha, from that English karanga வந்து சுட்டிட்டாங்க அங்க இருந்து. Tumultuous, they made it tumultuous, right? From tumulo it became the English people, they took it and made it tumultuous, right? So Sanskrit, very, very original language, very old language. Everything, most of the languages are coming from there, right? So everybody else is beginning to play their instruments. அவங்க instruments வந்து அவங்க play பண்ண ஆரம்பிக்கிறாங்க. And then இது வந்து யார் சைடு? பீஷ்மா யார் சைடுல இருக்காங்க? கௌரவாஸ் சைடுல இருந்து எல்லா பியூகிள்ஸ், அவங்க ட்ரம்ஸ், கான்ஷல்ஸ் எல்லாம் ப்ளோ பண்ண ஆரம்பிக்கிறாங்க, ஊத ஆரம்பிக்கிறாங்க, ப்ளே பண்றாங்க எல்லாம். இட் இஸ் வெரி tumultuous, right? Then on the other side, Pandavas are beginning. Pandavas சைடுல இருந்து அவங்களோட கான்ஷல்ஸ், அவங்களோட சவுண்ட், அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கான்ஷலோட சவுண்ட் வந்து நமக்கு கேட்க வருது. That we are getting to hear now from the 14th shloka, right? From the 14th shloka, Pandavas are beginning to blow their conch shells. So let us hear what we get to see here. 14th shloka. Tatah shvetair hayir yukte mahati syandane sthitau madhavah pandavaschaiva divyo shankhau pradadmatau. Right? This is very, very beautiful, very nice. On the other side, Lord Krishna and Arjuna, stationed on a great chariot drawn by white horses, sounded their transcendental conch shells, right? Tatah shvetair hayir yukte. Shveta means white. Hayir yukte, hayir means horses. Hayagriva, you must have known, Bhagwan, Lord's incarnation as a horse. So haya means horse. Again, haya, horse, very similar, you see. Hayai yukte means connected, right? So chariot horses. Then mahati syandane sthitau, right? Mahati syandane sthitau. Syandane means chariot. Syandana means chariot. Mahati, great. So great mahati syandane, great chariot. Sthitau, situated, stationed on that great chariot. Enna nadakudama? Madhavah pandavaschaiva. Madhava is Krishna and Pandava Arjuna. இந்த ரெண்டு பேரும் அந்த கிரேட் சேரியட்ல உட்கார்ந்துட்டு நின்னுட்டு சிச்சுவேட் ஆயிட்டு என்ன பண்றாங்க? திவ்யோ சங்கோ பிரதத்மது. திவ்ய சங்கா. ஸோ நிறைய பேரோட நீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் முன்னாடி பாப்பீங்க, பின்னாடி நீங்க பார்க்க போறோம், நிறைய பேர் சங்கம் வந்து ஊதுறாங்க. ஆனா இங்க கிருஷ்ணன் அர்ஜுனாவோட சங்கம் மட்டும் தான் திவ்ய சங்கம்னு சொல்லியிருக்கிறார். Right? There are so many shankas in the battlefield right now, blowing and playing and reverberating sounds, but only Krishna and Arjuna's conch shells are named Divya Shankha, transcendental Shankas, conch shells. Right? So this is very, very important. Something very important to note here. Divya Shankha, only two, Krishna and Arjuna. Right? Only two. Right? So here, and now they are beginning to blow their conch shells. Beginning to blow their conch shells. And Madhava, இங்க கிருஷ்ணாவோட பேர் வந்து மாதவ சொல்லி இருக்கிறாங்க. Krishna is mentioned here as Madhava. Why only Madhava? Because Krishna has so many names. Why Madhava specifically is used here? Why? You know why? Because Madhava means husband of Lakshmi or goddess of fortune. Lakshmi or a husband or a pair Madhava, Krishna, right? So Madhava specifically means husband of Lakshmi. And we know that Lakshmi can never be separated from Krishna. Yeah? Never. Lakshmi is never alone. She's always with Madhava, her husband. So ஆச்சாரியஸ் என்ன இது இங்க என்ன இம்ப்ளை பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னா, இங்க என்ன விளக்கம் கொடுக்குறாங்க அப்படின்னா, by mentioning Madhava with Arjuna, it's actually mentioning here, Bhagavad Gita is telling us that since Madhava is with Arjuna, Lakshmi is also with Arjuna, because Lakshmi is never without Krishna. In other words, the goddess of fortune is on the side of Arjuna. So the victory of Arjuna is confirmed. Okay? That is why Madhava is mentioned here. So this is the first sign of victory. Arjuna, Pandavas side la irundhe avanga ஜெயிக்க போறாங்கிறது அப்படி சிக்னிஃபை பண்றதுக்கு முதல் சைன் சின்னம் என்னன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா மாதவ. The goddess of fortune அவங்களோட ஹஸ்பண்ட் அர்ஜுனர் சைட்ல இருக்காரு. So therefore Lakshmi or goddess of fortune is also on the side of Arjuna, and therefore Arjuna's victory is confirmed. Right? That's why Madhava. Right? First sign. Okay. And so in the Mari mention aayirukku 14th shlokala. Right? And then let's move forward. Let's move on. Now in the next 15th shloka and in the 15th and 16th shlokas, we will get to know some of the names of Shankas. So ஒவ்வொரு warrior வந்து அவங்க சங்க ஊதுறாங்க. So அந்த Shankas ஓட names இங்க mention ஆயிருக்கு. So let us see 15th shloka, chapter 1, text 15. Panchajanyam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjayah Poundram Dadmau Mahashankham Bhima Karma Vrakodarah. So here are a few names of the Shankas. You can note it down. Please note it down. First of all, Panchajanyam Rishikesho. So who is Rishikesha? Yaar Rishikesha? Who is Rishikesha?
Krishna.
Krishna is another name is Rishikesha. Why is Krishna known as Rishikesha? Because Rishik means senses, all our senses. Esha means master. So Rishikesha means master of senses. So Krishna, the God, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Supreme Lord, he's a master of all our senses. Right? That's why he's known Rishikesha. So avaroda Shanka oda per enna pathina Panchajanya. Panchajanya, you can note it down. Panchajanya. Krishna's Shanka is known as Panchajanya. Then Devadattam Dhananjaya. Who's Dhananjaya? Arjuna. Dhananjaya is Arjuna. Right? Arjuna oda Shanka oda per enna pathina Devadatta. Devadatta. Right? So Arjuna's Shanka conch shell is known as Devadatta. Next, Poundram Dadmau Mahashankham. Poundram. Who is Poundram? Here, Poundram means conch, which is the name of the conch. Yarodadu idu? Whose Shanka is this Poundra? Bhima Karma Vrikodaraha. So Vrikodara is another name of Bhima, which means the voracious eater. நிறைய சாப்பிடுவார் இல்லையா? He's a very voracious eater, right? And Bhima Karma. Bhima Karma means who performs Herculean tasks. So Bhima oda rendu definitions inga irukku. Vrikodara, which means voracious eater, he eats a lot. And ரெண்டாவது Bhima Karma performs Herculean tasks, great tasks, நிறைய பெரிய பெரிய டாஸ்க்ஸ் வந்து அவர் அக்காம்ப்ளிஷ் பண்ணுவார். ஸோ அவரோட சங்காவோட பேர் என்னன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா பவுண்ட்ரம். பவுண்ட்ரம், சாரி, பவுண்ட்ரம். Vrikodara, பீமாவோட சங்காவோட பேர் வந்து பவுண்ட்ரம், ரைட்? திஸ் இஸ் and dadmau means blowing. So Bhima அவரோட சங்கா ப்ளோ பண்றாரு, பவுண்ட்ரம், right? Next, a few more names here, 16th to 18th shlokas, right? 16th shloka we'll see. Let's see 16th shloka, chapter 1, 16th text. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthirah Nakulah Sahadevascha Sughosho Manipushpakau. So another three shankas here. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthirah. Yudhishthira, Kunti Putra Yudhishthira, avaroda shanka pair. What is the name of his conch shell? Ananta Vijaya. Ananta Vijaya. Yeah, that is the conch shell of Yudhishthir Maharaj. Kunti Putra Yudhishthir Maharaj. Then Nakulaha Sahadevascha Sughosha Manipushpakau. Nakula and Sahadeva, their conch shells respectively are Sughosha Manipushpaka. Nakula odadu Sughosha, Sahadeva odadu Manipushpaka. All Pandavas covered, Krishna covered. Okay, let us revisit. Krishna oda conch shell Panchajanni, Arjuna oda conch shell Devadatta, Bhima oda conch shell Poundra, Yudhishthir oda conch shell Ananta Vijaya, Nakula oda conch shell Sughosha, and Sahadeva oda conch shell Manipushpaka. Hope you have noted it down. Okay, so these are the 6 conch shells we saw, Pandavas and Krishna. Okay, 6 conch shells. Then we are going to 1.17 shloka. Kashyascha parameshvasah shikhandi cha maharathah dhishtadhumno viratascha satyakishcha chaparajitah Drupado Draupadeyascha Sarvashah Prithivipate Saubhadrashcha Mahabahu Shankhan Dadmuh Prithak. Okay, so what is happening here? Kashyascha Parameshvasah Shikhandi cha Maharathaha. Some names here. Kashi Raja, king of Kashi. Kashyascha Parameshvasah Shikhandi cha Maharathaha. Shikhandi. Drishtadyumno Viratascha Satyakishcha Pirajitah. Some warriors here. Pandava side la irukra warriors oda pair inga. Kashi Raja, Shikhandi, then Drishtadyumna, Virata, Satyaki, and then Parijata. These are all names of some warriors in the Pandava side. அப்புறம் வேற யாரு? Drupado, Draupadeshcha, Sarvashah, Prithivipate, Saubhadrashcha Mahabahu, Shankhan Dadmau Pratak. So Drupada, son of Drupada, Drupada himself, then sons of Draupadi. Sons of Draupadi are sons of the Pandavas, right? The 5 sons of Pandavas. அவங்களும் இருக்காங்க. அப்புறம் mighty son of Subhadra, Abhimanyu, son of Subhadra, Abhimanyu இருக்காரு. இவங்க எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து பாண்டவா சைட்ல இருந்து எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து அவங்க கான்ஷியஸ் ப்ளோ பண்றாங்க. அவங்களோட நேம்ஸ் இங்க மென்ஷன் ஆகல, பட் வாரியர்ஸோட நேமிங் இருக்கு. So all these warriors in the Pandavas, அவங்க என்ன பண்றாங்க? They are blowing their, each one of them they are blowing their conches. Okay, each one of them are blowing their conches. So என்ன இங்க, so this is what is happening. Okay, first of all என்ன ஆயிடுச்சு? 12th shloka la enna aichu? What did we see in the 12th shloka? Now they are beginning to blow their conch shells. Who started first? Bhishma. Then all the Kauravas started. All the Kauravas blew their conch shells. And then 12th and 13th. Okay. Then from 14th onwards, Krishna and Arjuna, they started first. And then all the Pandavas. Then 15th, all the names. Then 16th, all the other Pandavas. Then 17, 18, all the other warriors in the Pandava army. Everybody's blowing their conch shells. Right? Now is a very, very important point here. 19th shloka. Right? Not much detail in these shlokas. பெருசா தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு இல்ல. They're just blowing their conch shells. அவ்வளவுதான். பெருசா பெரிய deep philosophy இதுல இல்ல. Something very deep is mentioned in the 19th shloka. அதுதான் நம்ம இன்னைக்கு பார்க்க போறோம். Right? So இந்த செக்ஷனோட லாஸ்ட் ஸ்லோகா. Third sectionோட லாஸ்ட் ஸ்லோகா 19th. நான் சொன்னேன் இல்லையா? 12th to 19th. 19th shloka, very, very important. Dear devotees, ladies and gentlemen, friends and folks, I want you to listen very carefully. ரொம்ப டீப்பான ஒரு மீனிங் இங்க இருக்கு. 1.19. Let us see. Saghosho dhartarashtraam hridayani vyadharayat nabhascha prithvim chaiva tumulo abhyunadayan. Very, very beautiful. Very, very deep meaning. What is the meaning of this? The blowing of these different conch shells became uproarious, vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. Right? When the Pandavas blew their conch shells, the hearts of the Kauravas were shattered. அவங்க அப்படியே நொந்து நூடுல்ஸ் ஆயிட்டாங்க. Kauravas, என்னப்பா இது சவுண்ட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி just have you been in such a situation when you're hearing some sound which is completely shattering? Have you had such experience? ஒரு shattering, heart shattering sound, uproarious sound கேட்கும் பொழுது you become so dumbfounded. அப்படியே என்ன நடக்குதுன்னு தெரியாம அப்படியே dumbfound ஆகுற மாதிரி ஒரு sound experience இருக்கும். Have you had that experience ever? Anybody? Nobody? Yes. Rasmiti Mataji. Yes. Yeah, you must have had. Jivita Mataji, you also have had. Devina Mataji. Yeah, right? So, அப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு சவுண்ட் பாண்டவ சைட்ல இருந்து வந்ததாமா. And அதனால என்ன ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா, what happened because of that? The Kauravas' hearts were shattered completely. Right? On the other hand, when the Kauravas blew their conch shell, nothing happened to the Pandavas. அவங்களுக்கு எதுவுமே ஆகல. அவங்களோட heart shattered ஆகல. Pandavas' hearts were not shattered when the Kauravas blew their conch shells. But when the Pandavas blew their conch shells, இங்க ரொம்ப ரொம்ப அழகா மென்ஷன் ஆயிருக்கு. சகோஷோ தார்த்தராஷ்டிரானாம், அதாவது that vibration, Dhartarashtra, the sons of Dhritarashtra, what effect it had, that vibration, enna effect ஆயிடுச்சு? Hridayani Vyadarayat. So Vyadarayat means shattered, broken into pieces, chinna pieces, shattered and broken into, pulverized into pieces. Vyadarayat. Enna Vyadarayat? Hridayani Vyadarayat. Dhartarashtra, there's the sons of Dhritarashtra, the Kauravas. Their hearts were shattered. Nabhas, sky, nabhascha prithvim chaiva. Sky and the earth. What happened? Tumulo. Again, tumultuous. Tumulo means tumultuous. Then abhyanunadayan. Last word. Tumulo abhyanunadayan. That resounding, that echo and that vibration create a tumultuous effect in the hearts of Dhritarashtra's sons, Kauravas. But when they did it, nothing happened to the Pandavas. So this is another sign of Pandavas' victory. Another sign of Pandavas' victory. So we saw two signs of Pandavas' victory. Clear? What are the two signs? What are the two signs we discussed?
Goddess of fortune Madhava and Conchari.
Yes. The effect, the two signs of victory of the Pandavas were, first one, the Madhava, right? Madhava is the name of husband of goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. Fortune, goddess of fortune. So Madhava is with Pandavas, and therefore definitely Lakshmi Devi is also with Pandavas. Fortune, Saubhagya or Bhagyam is with Pandavas, first sign. Secondly, the resounding effect of the conches. Pandavas வந்து conches blow பண்ணும்போது Dhritarashtra's Kauravas' hearts, they got shattered into pieces. But when the Kauravas blew their conches, nothing happened to the Pandavas. So another sign of victory. That this shows very clearly what is the result. So what is the result of this war going to be, right? This is clearly shows. So inge vandu this is the sign of Pandavas' victory. Okay, this is a sign of Pandavas' victory. Okay, now this was another section, right? I'm sorry, I was saying there are 5 sections, right? Now we are going into the 4th section of this first chapter. Okay, we will just take one shloka and then we will see the rest next week. Okay, so again recap, 5 sections irukku in the first chapter la. First section, Dhritarashtra's question, just one shloka. Then second section was Duryodhan's diplomacy, Duryodhan's comparing the armies, both sides. So this is which was from text 2 to text 11, 1.2 to 1.11, right? Then from 1.12 to 1.19 was Pandavas' signs of victory. We just saw that. Ipoda nama paathom, right? Signs of victory. They're blowing their conches. Okay, and then now from 1.20 to 27, ennan pathina, now Arjuna observed the armies. Second section la who is observing the armies? Duryodhana. Now from 20 to 27, the third section, the 4th section of this first chapter, Arjuna is observing the armies. Arjuna is observing the armies. So let us see. Let us begin this. We will start this. We may not be able to finish it, but we will start it and we will continue next week. Okay, so now I hope you're all on the same page. Anybody is missing out on something? Everybody's okay? Am I going okay, smoothly or fast or slow? Is it okay for everyone? Larko okay ba?
Yes, Prabhuji, like going on smooth with this Bhagavad Gita, like it's like hard to read or learn of this Bhagavad Gita from halfway, and it's better to look at each and every shloka and each and every chapter in detail. It's like easy of an overview of Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, very nice. Thank you, Rishika. Okay, so everybody is okay. I can assume that with the flow நம்ம வந்து ஒரு ஃப்ளோவா போயிட்டு இருக்கோம். ஸோ அந்த ஃப்ளோ எல்லாருக்கும் ஓகேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ நவ் we enter the 4th section of the first chapter. அதோட டைட்டில் என்னன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா Arjuna observing the armies. Okay, Arjuna observing the armies. So first shloka in this 20th number 20, text 20 of chapter 1. Okay, let us see. अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः प्रवृते शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् idam aha mahipate. So this is the 20th shloka, right? 20th shloka. So what's happening here? Let us see enna agudhu. So enna aichu, ellaru conchals blow pannitaanga. Everybody blew their conchals, right? Kauravas first blew their conch shells. Then Pandavas blew their conch shells. Pandavas blew, Kauravas had a heart shattered. Hridayani Vyadarayat. But when Kauravas blew, nothing happened. Okay? Now what is happening? Now let us see what's happening. At that time, Arjuna, the son of Pandu, seated in the chariot, bearing the flag marked with Hanuman, took up his bow and prepared to shoot his arrows. O king, after looking at the sons of Dhritarashtra drawn in the military array, Arjuna then spoke to Lord Krishna these words. So please try to understand what's happening here. Everybody is assembled, they blew their conch shells, they are ready to fight. And then Arjuna, standing up, he's taking out his arrow and he's loading it onto his bow. And he's just about to shoot. It's already loaded. Right now we have guns. We load the guns and we're ready to shoot. But in those days, there were much more advanced weapons with bow and arrows. It may look simple, but it was very advanced. We will talk about that later. As a weaponry patti nama pinadi pesuvom. But he took out his arrow, he loaded the bow and arrow, and he was about to shoot. And then he turned towards Krishna and said, "Well, Krishna, I want to talk to you. Right? I want to talk to you." So just imagine, the war is about to begin. He's about to shoot. And then he said, "Krishna, can I talk to you for a minute?" And he closed the arrow. He didn't shoot. He withdrew it. He took it out, put it down, and said, "Krishna, can I speak to you with it for a moment?" Like that. Right? Like that. And this is the situation. Just imagine the situation. Now, I want you to be in that point. Understand the situation. The war is about to begin. He loaded his arrow and he's saying, "Krishna, I want to talk to you." Like that. Okay. Appadi solraru. Then Rishikesham tada vakyam. At that time, he told to Krishna these following words. Next shloka onwards you will see. Okay. So, inga romba oru adbudhumana oru word irukku. A very important word is present in this shloka. Kapidhvajaha. If you see in the first line, second part. Ataha vyavasthitan drishtva dhartarashtran kapidhvajaha. Okay. So what does this kapidhvajaha means? Dhvaja means flag. Okay. And kapidhvajaha means the flag which is marked with the emblem of Hanuman. So now you may ask this question, how did Hanuman land in the flag of Arjuna? Arjunarku Hanumanku vandu sambandhame illa, right? Hanuman is somewhere else. I mean, he was involved in Ram Leela. Now this is Dwapar Yuga, so many years later, Krishna is present. Why is Arjuna placing the flag with Hanuman on his flag, in his chariot? Right? In the mari ungalku kelvi vandirukkuda? What is Hanuman doing in Arjuna's flag? You must have seen the pictures also. There are very beautiful pictures of that. Yes, everybody's had that question. Right? I don't know if we have that picture. It's not here.
Prabhuji, I also once had that question, but I actually thought that because Lord Rama is Lord Krishna's avatar, so Lord Hanuman is involved in this. I thought like that, Prabhuji.
Yes.
I don't know if that is the truth behind this scene.
So there is a very nice history behind this. Idukku pinnadi oru romba alaga oru history irukku, that why is Arjuna bearing the flag of Hanuman on his chariot. So before Mahabharata began, when Arjuna at one point, so few years back before Mahabharata. So what happened was, Arjuna came to Rameshwaram.
Prabhuji, can I share something?
Sure.
I just have a little remembrance. I remember that once when they were in the forest, they had met Hanumanji. That time the battle had not started, but they were in exile, I feel. So that time in a forest they had met Hanumanji, and it is related to that something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
I've
what
seen
happened
it.
was, yes. So what happened was Arjuna once came to Rameshwaram. Okay. He once came to Rameshwaram and he saw that the bridge to Lanka that Ram had built. Okay. அவர் பார்த்தார். அவர் வந்து அந்த சேது ராம் சேது பார்த்தார். He saw that bridge. So then he thought that why did Lord Ram use stones to build the bridge? I can make the bridge with my arrows itself. Like that he thought. So Arjuna was very strong and very powerful, right? So he said, I can make I myself alone can make the whole bridge with my arrows. Right? Like that he thought. Okay. At that same time, a tiny monkey came in that area. Okay. And he saw Arjuna. That monkey, he saw Arjuna. பார்த்துட்டு என்ன யோசிக்கிறீங்க? What are you thinking, my dear Arjuna? Because Arjuna is very famous. He is known to everybody. The monkey, that monkey is talking to Arjuna. What are you thinking? Can I know? Then he said, oh no, I was thinking that Lord Ram built a huge bridge with the stones. I can build this thing, the same bridge with my arrows, which will be much more stronger. So that monkey said, well, no, the stones are stronger than your arrows. Monkey said, what do you mean? You know who I am? Arjuna. My arrows are more stronger, man, not the stones. The monkey said, challenged, no. Stones are stronger. No, my arrows are stronger. Stones are stronger. My arrows, stones. Arrows, stones. So then they thought they will have a contest. Sorry. Okay, let us settle it here itself. Okay. Then Arjuna said that I will build my bridge with the arrows. Now என்னோட arrows வச்சு ஒரு bridge வந்து construct பண்றேன். Okay. And then if you are able to break it, then I will accept my defeat. If you are able to break my bridge of arrows, I will accept my defeat and I will become your servant throughout. Okay, like that. Then that monkey is saying, okay, fine, I accept. But if then I will like that. They are trying to decide whose bridge is stronger. அப்புறம் Arjuna is beginning அவரோட arrows எல்லாம் எடுத்துட்டு அவர் வந்து ஒரு he's pulling out strings of arrows one after another and he's making a bridge with his arrows right from till Lanka, huge bridge with till the destination with his arrows. And the monkey வந்துட்டு it is coming and is jumping on that bridge. Jump பண்ண உடனே அந்த bridge உடைஞ்சிருது. It is breaking off. Right? It's breaking off. Okay, it's just simply breaking. Right? And then Hanuman, that monkey, who is none other than Hanuman, actually he came in the form of a small monkey. It is Hanuman itself. Then he said, I told you, right? Sonnalla, I told you it is not strong enough, right? Arjuna actually before this Arjuna had decided that if you are able to break my bridge, I will end my life. Right? I will end my life. I will end my life, and if I succeed in the bridge உடைய முடியல அப்படினா you will become my servant, right? Else I will kill myself, like that. So the bridge is now broken. So Arjuna was about to kill himself. He took out his sword and he was going to slash off his throat, right? At that time அந்த இடத்துல ராமேஸ்வரம்ல one very effulgent, bright looking brahmana came in front of them. ரொம்ப தேஜஸா ஒரு பிராமணர் வந்து அவருக்கு முன்னாடி வந்தார். வந்துட்டு ரெண்டு பேர்கிட்ட சொன்னாரு, என்னாச்சு, what happened, what's going on here? So they explained, we had a competition itself, like that. Arjuna, apparently he lost it, so he's going to commit suicide. So the brahmana said, no need to do that. அதாவது because every competition you need a third person to judge it, right? Now I am here, right? I am here. So because of that, now if you do the competition, then it will be fair, because every competition needs a third person, yeah, to judge the competition. Now I'm here, now you do it, right? Then Arjuna is picking up his bow and arrow once again, and he's building another, bridge with the same arrows, right? And now the same monkey Hanumanji is coming and jumping on that bridge. It is not breaking at all. It did not break at all, right? It did not break, right? And then at that time, this monkey Hanumanji, he thought that before, இதுக்கு முன்னாடி அர்ஜுனா வந்து இதே மாதிரி பிரிட்ஜ் கட்டினாரு, நான் உடைச்சிட்டேன். இப்போ இவர் சொல்லிட்டு இவர் பிரிட்ஜ் கட்டினாரு, உடையல. That means, there is something about this person, right? Before also he built the same bridge, I broke it. Now he built the bridge on his instruction, it is not breaking. That means this is not an ordinary Brahmana, right? Arjuna also thought the same thing, that this is not an ordinary person. Then they both came to the conclusion that this is none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the Brahmanar yarn pathina, adhe Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when Arjuna came before him, that Brahmana, he said that you are my Krishna, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are Krishna. Then this monkey came and said, you are my Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are my Rama, you are Rama himself. Arjuna said, no, you are my Krishna. No, he said, Hanuman said, no, you are my Rama. Like that, they both were right? They both were correct. So this Brahmana said, yes, I am your Lord. I am your Lord. I am Krishna and Rama. I am your Lord. I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I came here to bless you people. So this person, this monkey who was Hanuman, he became so overwhelmed that he said, Arjuna, I will be there with you forever, right? In the future, you are going to fight a battle, right? You will be fighting a battle with the Kauravas, Mahabharata, right? It is destined by the Lord itself. I know that, right? It is going to happen, right? You will be fighting a war, and in that war, on your flag, I will be present as your protector, right? Because you are a very, very exalted devotee of the Lord, right? You are very dear to my Lord Rama, Lord Ram. Therefore, I shall protect you forever. I will be on your flag, right, throughout the war. So this way, Hanuman promised that I will protect your chariot during the war by being on the flag, like that. Okay? And that is the reason why Hanuman is on the flag of Arjuna, right? That is why it is known as Kapi Dhwaja, right? Kapi Dhwaja. Now, just this one last point, and then we will finish it. Okay, one last point. Now, as Rishika said, that Krishna is non-different from Ram, and therefore Hanuman also was present here. Now then adilirundha oru kelvi varum. From that, one question may arise, right? If Hanuman was present on the battlefield of Kurukshetra as the flag, on the flag, then why did Hanuman not fight with the Kauravas, right? You might ask this question, because just imagine if Hanuman had fought them, all these people, Bhishma, Drona, Kripacharya, they are nothing for Hanuman. Hanuman has killed so many demons. He has helped Ramchandra to kill Ravana. Ravana was huge. He was simply huge. He helped kill Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Meghnath, Ravana's son. All these people Hanuman had killed single-handedly, right? With just one tail, he set the whole Lanka on fire. Hanuman is so powerful. அவர் நினைச்சாருன்னா கௌரவாஸ அப்படி வந்து துவம்சம் பண்ணிட்டு போயிட்டே இருப்பாரு. ஏன் அவர் பண்ணல? Why did he not take part in the war? Because Krishna, as a Supreme Personality of Godhead, of course, he loves everybody, but he gives credit to different devotees at different times, right? Different devotees ku different times la credit கொடுப்பார். So இந்த நேரத்துல குருக்ஷேத்திர போர்க்களத்துல he wanted to give credit to the Pandavas, not Hanuman, right? And that is why, yes, Hanuman is there, right? In the battlefield of Kurukshetra la Hanuman oda role enna pathina, okay, you be on the flag, that's all. You don't have to fight, you be on the flag, you protect Arjuna, that's all you have to do. Fighting, let Arjuna do. Credit, let Arjuna take. Everything, victory, let Arjuna take. You be on the flag. That was the role of Hanuman in this battle. So as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, he's got different roles for different devotees at different times, right? That's why Hanuman was present, but he did not fight, right? This is the some internal meanings, very deep internal meanings of what we hear in Bhagavad Gita. So இன்னைக்கு நம்ம இதோட முடிச்சுக்கலாம். We'll end here. So we will continue next week from 21st shloka onwards. சரிங்களா? So in the 4th section of 1st chapter, 21st shloka onwards. Right? Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.